Meanwhile, at the U.S. Capitol Police Headquarters near Union Station, Chief Stephen Sund had gathered with some of his assistant chiefs, commanders, and other senior aides in their command center to monitor protests that day. They took their assigned stations around an enormous U-shaped desk, with the chief at the top of the U, facing a wall of screens playing live video feeds of protesters gathering around the city, including at various portions of the Capitol grounds and entrances. The images would help them coordinate with commanders on the ground. A 25-year veteran of security planning for major D.C. events and protests, Sund suggested a technician pull up on the center screen the live broadcast of the crowds gathering at the Ellipse for the Save America rally. It was a chilly day in Washington, the temperature barely hitting 40 degrees, but at the Ellipse, Trump's supporters were energetic and boisterous. Despite the permit for 30,000, police estimated there could be as many as 40,000 people assembling. Just before 11 a.m., the police commanders heard Giuliani on stage, telling the crowd the many reasons Pence should not certify the election results that afternoon. Criminality in the vote tallies, corrupt voting machines, states begging for a recount, the unconstitutionality of an 1800s election law. But then Giuliani said a phrase, best known from the HBO series Game of Thrones, that caught a few of the commanders' attention. Let's have trial by combat. Why was Giuliani suggesting a fight to the death? Standing on stage with Giuliani was John Eastman. He spoke next, but the two functioned as a tag team. Screaming into the microphone, Eastman alleged that election officials stored ballots in a secret folder in the machines until late on election night, and once polls closed and officials determined who had voted and who had not, could match those unvoted ballots with an unvoted voter and put them together in the machine to give Biden just enough votes to win. This was a new, far-fetched theory for which the Trump team had no evidence, yet the crowd ate it up. So did Giuliani, who grinned widely and flashed a thumbs up. Mo Brooks, the Alabama congressman who was among the first to say he would try to block certification, said from the stage, "Today is the day American patriots start taking down names and kicking ass." The crowd roared with approval. Under a large tent backstage at the rally, Trump hung out with his entourage of family, aides, and Secret Service agents before stepping out to deliver his speech. There was a party atmosphere,